we are ready and we are prepared for our next extraordinaire of a different department, of a camera sort. Please welcome layout artist Jotham Herzon.
Good evening, everyone. This is an awesome crowd. And there's no stool up here.
Is the stool?
The stool got moved.
You got it. Yeah. No one's checking your stool.
We need to check on my stool before I come up on stage. I thought I was going to go much earlier, so I've been back there drinking ice water. So, lots of water. So this set is going to go very quickly. So first off, let's hear it for everybody tonight. Let's hear it for Lauren, who is working the bar. Let's hear it for Ted, who's working the sound, and Mike, who is helping out with everything. Let's hear it for Sebastian. Let's hear it for Molly. That was fantastic in the improv. And for John and his haiku. I wrote a haiku in tribute, and this is about my stuff. I wrote this today. Will any jokes be funny? Cry myself to sleep. Thank you very much. How is everybody doing? Doing good? And I understand we have a lot of interns here tonight. Yeah, where's the interns? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Welcome to DreamWorks. Do you love it? Is it awesome? It's a great place. Did you take the walk on the lazy river? Yeah. Where did the little fairies come out and give you fresh baked chocolate chip cookies? It's fantastic. And the mermaids that are in the lagoon. Yeah, it's Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken Night. It's true though, like every time I would tell my parents or anybody that was older that I was working on Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, they were like, Teenage Crackhead? What? Why? That's a brave movie. That's a brave choice that you all have made. But I'll be cracking some jokes here tonight. I would like this opportunity to pitch to promote one thing. So I'm Jotham Herzon. I'm a pre-visualization artist here at DreamWorks. I wrote a bot called Botham Herzon. And Botham Herzon you can get in any of your chats. You can add Botham to any of your chats. And Botham is a dad joke bot. So all you have to do is ask for a dad joke. Let's ask Jotham for a dad joke real quick, shall we? Tell us a dad joke. I had a job interview and they asked me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I said, well, probably listening is my biggest weakness. Never challenge death to a pillow fight unless you're willing to deal with the Reaper cushions. The Reaper, yeah, okay. That's enough dad jokes for tonight. So I did write all of this morning. And it's nice because DreamWorks is a really good place to workshop new material. It's a very safe place. Nobody is going to heckle you here. It's especially because, you know, they might be at a review the next day. And you'll be like, hey Bob, you were at the comedy show last night. Yeah, you heckled me. I think I have some notes on your shots. You might have to revisit some of those. I actually did get heckled once by Chris DeFaria, who was the CEO of DreamWorks after Jeffrey Katzenberg left. And yeah, he literally heckled me. He was at the show. And he got fired. I'm not saying that the two are related, but it is suspicious, so keep that in mind. So this is all new material. So if it bombs, I do have some funny stories to tell. But I have a daughter. She just turned 13 last week. I know. Does anybody here have kids? Yeah. Does anybody here not have kids like some of the interns? Yeah. When are you going to get us some grandchildren? That's right. And she had a sleepover for the first time, a big sleepover party. So she had a bunch of 13-year-old girls over to the house to hang out. And it was crazy. It was like a bunch of coked up teenage girls. And let me clarify. By that I mean Coca-Cola, not cocaine. I have made some mistakes as a parent, and giving narcotics to my children is not one of those mistakes. I will give them Benadryl. They're just like kid roofie, you know. You put them to bed and then you can have some private time to yourself. But cocaine, I draw the line in cocaine. But they were there. There was all these, 13-year-old girls running around my house. And what's great, they're adorable because they're trying to like establish their independence and be little rebels. But they're nice kids, so they don't do anything that's actually bad. So you like go into the living room and they're like, hey, look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the Snickers wrapper and I'm gonna throw it right on the floor. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. And the next one's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat this cake with my fingers. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe that you did that. That is crazy. And then you go out there and you're like, or I'm like, hey, you guys, you doing okay? And they're like, psh, I mean, you don't know what our struggle is like, old man. 13-year-old sitting on my couch in Snuggies watching A League of Their Own with popcorn. It's tough, it's a struggle. And then they're like, if you need us, we'll be out in the hot tub with our hot chocolate. Fuck you, old man. I'm like, okay, we'll see you later. They did do one thing that made me actually quite angry. They were doing like at 11 o'clock at night. They were starting to do prank calls, and I don't know how you do prank calls today, like because you have location sharing, everybody knows who you are, you have video calling. Like how do you do a prank call? And what they were doing is they were calling their friends, and they were trying to set up a situation where they would convince their friends that they were in trouble and being kidnapped. Yeah, that was their thing. And so I came in and like one of them is taped to a chair and they have a bag over their head and they're like calling and they're like, oh my God, yeah. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, are you doing a wide shot? If you want drama, you need to be in a close-up, you need to Dutch that. I was like, what's up with that lighting? Where's the rim light? This is bullshit. I was like, where's the visual effects supervisor? Which one of you knows After Effects? Come with me. Put some blood in the shot. But she's turning 13. Or as I like to say, 5 years from kicking her the hell out of my house. And she's too big to snuggle now. She's 13. Like, she doesn't do anything. She hasn't like quite hit the teenager stage yet, but man, like, the amount of sort of eyebrow, eye-rolling, raising that's going on in the house is pretty severe. When I'm like, hi, and she's like, oh my God. Like, okay, I'll see you in 8 years. But she's too big to snuggle now. And the weird thing is I am a 52-year-old man and I'm baby crazy now because my babies are too old for me to snuggle them. And it sucks. Because there is never a situation when it is okay for a 52-year-old man to come up to a mother with her baby and be like, can I just hold your baby? Can I just smell that baby? Can I just get that baby just rolls and just like squeeze that baby? And it doesn't work. So if any of you have a baby, let me just squeeze that baby. If there's time, I'll tell one more story of this one's a fun story of mistakes that are made with our kitties. Who has a pet? Now, I have a fairly deep voice, but who has a different voice when they talk to their kitties? To my kitties, because they're such boo-boos. And I was sitting outside on my porch, just enjoying the evening. This was not during the birthday party. This was some other time. I was sitting out there, and then I heard one of my cats howling. And the sound that I make when I'm trying to get my cats to come to me is a kissy noise. And I was trying to get my cat, because something's wrong. Why is my cat howling? And so I'm sitting there, and I hear my cat howling. And I'm like, oh, kitty, come here, pussy, come here. And then the sound of my cat is around the side of my house, so I go over there, and I hear the cat howling. And I'm like, come here, pussy. And then it sounds like my cat is over the fence in my neighbor's yard. So I'm like, oh, something's wrong. They have a dog. It could be anything. So I go over to the fence, and I reach over the fence, and I'm like, hear the cat? And I'm like, pussy, come here, making kissy noises. And then I suddenly realized that it wasn't my cat making those noises. It was my neighbors having sex. And I was 1 foot away from their window making kissy noises and going, come here, pussy, 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 pussy. And it stops and I see some curtains start to rise. So I maybe slowly backed out of that situation. So be careful with your pets. Be careful with your children. Teach them how to be cinematographers. I hope you all had a good time tonight. I think we have a little bit more going on, but thank you for letting me chat with you for a bit.